What is up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of Top 5 Fridays, where I will be discussing the top 5 just most insane juggling world records. Now, these world records have kind of 3 criteria, in my opinion, for judging. Just kind of the coolness of the record itself, the unbreakability of them, so how hard it would be if you wanted to break this record, and the amount of time spent to get to the point to be able to break that record. So some of them are a little redundant of those 3 categories, but this is all just my opinion of how cool the records are and all this. So if you disagree, please leave a comment below and I'd love to talk about it. I'll pin my favorite one. So here we go. So number 5 on the list is Josh Horton. Now this is his 4 samurai sword world record. Now this isn't the most difficult world record on the list. It's by far the easiest. It's probably not even Josh's most difficult record. However, this is on here because it's the breakability which makes it difficult. Now, it's not the most catches of 4 samurai swords, it's the most samurai swords juggled. So to break this, you would need to juggle 5 samurai swords, which would be very difficult. I think if you were to do that, you'd probably have to do it in like flats or singles or something because they are so long. And so juggling 5 of them would be incredibly difficult because I know there's like a minimum length they have to be. So I'm not trying to like offend Josh by saying, oh, this is an easy record. It's just one that would be very difficult to break. So props to Josh. It's awesome him breaking all of these world records. Now, number 4 on the list is not strictly juggling. This is joggling, running while juggling. And I included this one because it is both a very impressive juggling and running world record and is incredibly hard to beat. Now this is Matthew Feldman. He's a runner and a juggler, like a pretty accomplished runner and a decent juggler himself. He can juggle 5 balls pretty well and was able to do the 5-ball 400 meter in about 1:10. Now, this is absolutely insane, and there's no one else even close to this. Just to give some context, I held the IJA championship record for a little while with this same event, which was 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So he was almost twice as fast as I was, and I was pretty proud of that time. Like, I think I only had like 1 or 2 drops in that 400 meters, and he is so much better than I was, and so much better than anyone else who did. I think Ben Thompson currently has the record. It's around 145, 150, but Matthew Feldman had around 110, which is so much better than anyone else. Now, number 3 on the list is Alex Barron's 13 balls for 15 catches. Now, all of Alex's records are absolutely insane. He is so much ahead of numbers juggling than anyone else out there. But I think this one of all of his records is probably the most difficult one to break. That's mostly because it's 15 catches of 13. So to break it, you would need to do 16, which I think is a pretty actually big step up because you can sort of, in a way, cheat 2 throws out of a pattern, but to get that 3rd one is like a big step up. So to get 16 catches of 13 balls would be absolutely insane as well. You could also argue that the 14-ball flash getting 15 catches of 14 is probably more difficult, but it's absolutely insane. So just props to this is just the Alex Barron record. Number 2 on the list is Ofek Sneer, I believe it's pronounced, his 5-ball world record. Now, Ofek also has the 7-ball world record that's around 15 minutes or so, which is almost as insane in my opinion, but I think this one is just so much crazier. He went for over 2 hours, 2 hours and 41 minutes, which is so long for juggling 5 balls. Like, some context, the 4-ball record is only a few minutes longer. So he basically broke the 4-ball record with 5 balls, and 5-ball versus 4-ball for endurance is a huge difference. So that's insane that you went for 2 hours and 41 minutes. Another one, Thomas Dietz's 5-club record for, I want to say about an hour, is about as crazy. But I think this one's even longer, or, well, obviously it's longer, but even more impressive because it's just so long. Like, most 5-ball endurances at, like, most festivals and conventions generally last from, like, 10 to 15 minutes at most. And 2 hours and 41 minutes is absolutely insane. I think they had a group of them going, and The second to last person to drop was 1 hour and 30 minutes. So he went over an hour longer than that, almost doubled the next longest person. So Ofek, you are absolutely insane. This is such an incredible record, and I can't even imagine going 5 balls for that long. Now, before I get to number 1, I would like to talk about one honorable mention, and this is Mary Evans, who has the current IJ record in the 5K for 3 balls in the Women's Masters division. Now, her record is 2 hours and 22 minutes, which puts her at about 1.3 miles per hour, which is a little bit faster than the world's fastest tortoise. Now, why is this a record I put on here? This is because it is technically an unbreakable world record as of right now, at least, because the IJA does not do the 5K competition anymore. So basically, you would have to convince the IGA to have this division, and then also be a, I believe, 50 or 55 plus woman, and do a 5K with 3 balls. But I wanted to give it a mention just because it's, as of right now, the most unbreakable record. Even though it's not a world record, it is like a really specific division record, but still kind of funny. Now, the number 1 world record is Anthony Gatto, 7 clubs for over 4 minutes. This is absolutely insane, and there is no one even close to breaking this. Like, we have a few really good 7 club jugglers right now that are working their way up. Dominic, Hovard, Jonah, Spencer. These all probably get around maybe 100 catches as a record. I want to say probably the best of all of them is around 150 catches, which would put them at, what, like 25, 30 seconds, something like that. And this is the next best people in the world at 7 clubs. Now, there's a few other jugglers that aren't posting as many videos, that do circus shows in Russia and stuff that I can't pronounce the names of, and they probably have a little bit better records as well. But no one is close to 4 minutes. That's over 1,000 catches of 7 clubs. Really, all of Gatto's world records are mind-blowing, but I think this is by far the most impressive and probably most unbeatable record. Really just goes to show how committed he was to getting solid patterns to just go for over 4 minutes. Absolutely insane. This is definitely number 1. When I was thinking about what world records, this was by far the one I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be number 1, because no one else can even get close to this. So if someone does, props to them, because they must have worked years and years and years to get that 7 club pattern. So amazing job, Gatto. Please come back. We'd love to see you juggle again. So that is it, the top 5 world records for juggling that I think are the most unbreakable, most amazing. If you disagree, please leave your comments below. I'm sure I missed a ton of just insane world records, like that 9 club world record and stuff, but a lot of those records, I think, while incredibly impressive, are definitely beatable, and there's a lot of people working on them. Kind of wanted to stick to records that I don't think will be broken anytime soon. So please leave your comments if you disagreed. If you want to see more, please leave a comment, subscribe, like the video. I'd really appreciate it. That'd help me out a lot. And if you have any ideas for future Top 5 Fridays or Tutorial Tuesdays, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear them. So again, thanks for watching. Peace.